Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another Dragalia Lost video, and today's video will debut my beginner guide series for Dragalia Lost. There's a lot of information that the game throws at you, which is great stuff, a lot of things to do, but it might be overwhelming for some players, so I'm going to try my best to cover all the basics so you guys can understand all the mechanics a little bit better. So for this video, I'll be covering the combat system. The topics I'm going to cover includes basic attacks, dodging, boss battle mechanics, dragon form, elemental types, and many more. I highly recommend watching this video all the way through if you are having a hard time in this game, and be sure to answer this question down below in the comments. What do you guys think about Dragalia Lost so far? Alright, so let's start with the basics. I'm going to use the main character to use as demonstration. Tapping on the screen will make your character perform a single attack. Tapping on the screen multiple times will string into a combo. You can perform up to a 5-hit combo. The attack pattern will differ depending on the character's weapon, but I believe all the weapon types have a 5-attack combo. Pretty simple, right? Anyways, swiping on the screen performs a dodge. The character dodges in the direction that you swipe. So if you swipe right to left, your character dodges left. Swiping down up, dodges up, and so on and so forth. Dodging is very important for getting out of a boss's charge attack range, especially if your character is stuck in attack animation. You're able to dodge cancel out of most attack animations. It seems like the only move that cannot be canceled are the ones that go airborne. So in the main character's case, he cannot cancel out the 4th attack in the combo. One thing I want to add is that personally I found that attacking 3 times and then dodging seems like the safest combo for the main character. His first 3 attacks are very quick and has really good range, both long and wide. The 3-hit combo dodge is what I would use when he's surrounded with multiple enemies. I would only recommend using the 5-hit combo when there's only 1 to 4 enemies on the screen. It deals very good damage, but the thing is, if you don't kill on the 5th hit, then it brings the foe airborne and knocks them to the ground, which puts them in a state where they are invincible for a few seconds. They basically get iframes. So if you can imagine, this can be very annoying if you're surrounded with like 10 enemies and you're trying your best to kill everybody. But anyways, moving on is the Force Strike move. This is the move that you have to unlock at the mana circle. I believe every character is able to unlock this move, and the attack is different for every weapon. Once you unlock it, you can perform a charge attack by tapping and holding on the screen. You can do the charge attack in between any attack in a string, even if the enemy goes airborne. Force Strike is a very important move used for breaking the enemy's guard. Guard is when enemies have that big blue shield bubble around them. I mean, you can eventually break guard by spamming attacks, but the fastest way to break guard is with Force Strike moves. Now let's get into abilities. Every character has up to 2 abilities. They have different effects depending on the character. Some abilities deal damage, some of them heal, and some of them even buff teammates. Make sure you read each character's abilities so you know what they do. Abilities are only usable after its meter is filled up, and in order to fill up its meter, you have to damage enemies. Once it's filled up, go ahead and tap on the ability icon located on the bottom left side of the screen, and boom, you'll activate the ability. An important thing to note is that during boss battles, when they do their charge attacks, you can use your ability in a timely manner to not only activate it, but use it as the way to dodge the enemy's charge attack. Activating an ability will put your character in a invincible state, or in fighting game terms, it gives your character iframes. You can also do this with your friend character's ability as well, which is located at the bottom right. Now that you understand the basic combat moves, let's quickly talk about all the elemental types. Every character, dragon, and enemy are attuned with one of these 5 elements. There's flame, wind, water, light, and shadow. Flame is strong versus wind is strong against water, and water is strong against flame, while light and shadow are weak against each other and neutral against everything else. The elemental triangle is very important in regards to team building. Early on in the game, it's fine to have a rainbow team or a team consisting of 4 different elements, but in late game when bosses and enemies are much stronger, having multiple teams of different elemental types will be essential. You can find out the enemy's element before entering any stage. There will be a little element icon on the stage menu, so that's very convenient to help you prepare. Now, dragons, they are attuned with an element as well. You can equip dragons to any characters you want, even if the elements contradict, but make sure you check the dragon's abilities. I don't know if all the dragons have this, but the story dragons grants the user stat bonuses if the user is attuned with the same element as the dragon. So make sure you equip a fire dragon to a fire character, water dragon to a water character, wind dragon to a wind character, and so on and so forth. And since we're on the topic of dragons, let's briefly go over dragon transformation. So first, you obviously need to equip a dragon to a character in order for them to transform. After that, you can head into battle, and in there is where you'll see the dragon transformation button, which is located on the bottom left, right above your character's portrait. There's a meter right next to the dragon portrait and you need to fill that up halfway in order to transform. But how do we fill that meter? Well, you have to get these blue crystal things, which can be obtained by defeating enemies or by breaking dragon statues that can be found in some areas of the map. Once you fill that meter, this is where all the fun begins. Tapping on the dragon portrait will transform you into the equipped dragon. After transforming, a timer bar will show up right above your dragon. The timer will decrease over time, and once it depletes, you'll transform back to your character. Also, when you are in dragon mode, you're invincible. You don't take any damage. Instead, any damage done to you will decrease the timer, so dodging enemy attacks is still very important even in dragon mode. Now enough about the character, let's go over boss mechanics. Bosses are found at the end of every stage. They range from easy to very difficult, but understanding its mechanics will elevate your gaming experience. So first off are charge attacks. When bosses do a charge attack, you'll see a shape underneath them indicating that they are about to do their most powerful move. The shapes will vary from move to move and from boss to boss, but nonetheless, once you see it, you want to make sure that you dodge roll out of there. If an ally is low health and they're just sitting in front of the boss, then make sure to switch to that character by tapping on your character's portrait and get them out of there. Secondly, bosses have this thing called overdrive mode. Right underneath the boss's HP is the overdrive meter. That meter fills up every time the boss is attacked. Once it maxes out, the boss goes into overdrive mode. They'll start glowing blue, and while in overdrive mode, they have increased strength. You want to make sure that you attack the boss while it's in overdrive mode to drain the meter. Once the meter is fully empty, the boss will get knocked out for a few seconds, and this is when your party can get some huge free damage in. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I know a lot of it was kind of basic, but in case you didn't read the tutorial or might have missed something, then you can always go back to this video for guidance. Hopefully it was helpful, and if it was, then be sure to give it a like and share it with any of your buddies that are having a difficult time understanding the game's combat mechanics. Follow my Twitter if you have any questions. Join my Discord if you are trying to find any co-op buddies. It's a very friendly server, so come join the family. And also make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Dragalia Lost content. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.